Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, distinguished colleagues, honored guests, and to my beloved brothers and sisters from Alpha Phi Omega, maayong hapon, mayad nga hapon kanatang tanan. Today is more than a ceremony. It is more than an anniversary. Today, we made history. We gather to honor not just an organization, but a century-long movement. One that has shaped leaders, empowered communities, and touched lives in ways that statistics can never fully capture. This year, Alpha Phi Omega celebrates its 100th founding anniversary, a full century since Frank Reed Horton at Lafayette College, Easton, Pennsylvania, USA, planted a small, simple but powerful idea that leadership, friendship, and service could transform not just individuals, but nations. 100 years later, we stand as living proof that his vision was not only prophetic, it was unstoppable. From its humble beginnings in the United States to its thriving, passionate heart in the Philippines, APO has carried one unchanging truth across generations and continents. That service is not something we do, it is something we become. For decades, APO members have built classrooms with their bare hands, crossed flood waters carrying relief goods on their shoulders, planted forests for children they may never meet, guided students who needed a mentor, and stood beside communities when everyone else had already left. Today, Mr. Speaker, Alpha Phi Omega spread across borders and oceans, with 22 admin regions, 17 here at home in the Philippines, encompassing 407 fraternity chapters, 180 sorority chapters, and 420 alumni associations. But behind these numbers are hundreds of thousands of our brothers and sisters who continue to live out our creed with quiet courage for leadership, friendship, and service. Yet, what moves me the most are not the figures, but the moments. Moments I myself have witnessed. I have seen APO in the middle of typhoons, distributing aid long before government trucks could reach the area. I have met volunteers who traveled through the night after an earthquake, carrying nothing but supplies and determination. I have met students who told me with emotions in their voices that APO changed the direction of their lives. These are not mere accomplishments. These are testimonies of who we are. And if I may speak more personally, Mr. Speaker, my journey in public service was shaped by Alpha Phi Omega, called to serve. Many lessons I carry in this chamber: empathy, humility, leadership with purpose. I learned firsthand as a young brother, guided by brothers and sisters who believe in me more than I believed in myself. That is the magic of APO. It sees potential before the world does. Many leaders in this very chamber were shaped by APO calls to serve. Many in our government at the local and national levels took their first steps toward leadership through the fraternity's commitment to community service. APO has prepared generations to lead with humility, to govern with integrity, and to serve with compassion. This is the true legacy of our fraternity, transforming ordinary young people into citizens who believe that they can and must make a difference in this world. Behind the century of service are stories, human, fragile, powerful. A child who learned to read because an APO volunteer stayed after dark, a family who survived a disaster because APO arrived, with hope in their hands, a coastline protected because APO stood between greed and environment, a young student who found belonging, confidence, and identity under the banner of leadership, friendship, and service. These are the stories that do not make headlines, yet they build the soul of a nation. These are the stories that define our fraternity, Alpha Phi Omega's heartbeat. As we enter our second century, we face a world transformed. Climate emergencies, widening inequality, a nation divided by misinformation and politics, a generation overwhelmed by noise. But I believe deeply that moments like these are when Apo rises strongest. Crisis has always been the stage where our fraternity shines because we do not wait for instructions. We lead, we serve, we act. To the youth of Apo, to my collegiate brothers and sisters, this centennial is your inheritance, not a medal to frame, but a flame to carry. The next 100 years depend on your courage, your compassion, your willingness to serve when it is hardest. To my fellow alumni, your example continues to light the path. Your mentorship keeps our younger brothers and sisters grounded, inspired, and fearless. You are the living link between the Apo has been and Apo will still become. And to my fellow lawmakers, if today teaches anything, it is organizations, NGOs like Alpha Phi Omega, which are pillars of nation building. When we support civic engagement, volunteerism, and youth development, we strengthen not only Apo, we strengthen the Philippines. Mr. Speaker, esteemed colleagues, the story of Alpha Phi Omega is a story of service, unyielding, unrelenting, and profoundly human. 100 years of giving without asking. 100 years of reminding the world that leadership is purpose, that friendship is solidarity, and that service is a calling that never expires. As we commemorate the centennial year, let us honor not just the Apo of the past, but the Apo that will guide the next century. Stronger, braver, and even more committed to uplifting our nation and humanity. To my brothers and sisters in Apo, congratulations on our 100th year. The next century begins with us. May we carry its torch with honor, humility, unwavering love for our country and our people. May we always be mabuhay ang Pilipinas, mabuhay ang Alpha Phi Omega. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Thank you, Honorable Hel Acosta. Happy centennial anniversary to the Alpha Phi Omega. Majority Leader.